What is going on, everybody? It's the top of the 1 o'clock hour here at 90.3 WMSC in Upper Montclair, New Jersey. Live here from Studio A, back with you for another edition of a Pond Photo Review. Saul Martin, our newest training DJ here at WMSC. Our new co-host is also with us, Tyler Monahan. We're going to introduce him in just a few minutes. We'll take you all the way up until 4 o'clock, as always, WMSCradio.com and on the iHeartRadio app. But for now, joining us, giving us a few minutes of what's been a crazy week over at the Star and over with the Dallas Cowboys, we have none other than from DallasCowboys.com, Taylor Stern on the line with us. Taylor has done a lot of work with the social media, Snapchat, Twitter, promoting the Cowboys brand, doing all kinds of great work there, appearing on podcasts like Cowboys Break, her new show, Cover 4 with David Hellman, and those guys. So she's certainly been busy, but she joins us now to talk a little bit about, what's gone on this week, what the Cowboys are looking forward to. On Sunday, it'll be in San Francisco, trying to get to 3-1 on the season. So, Taylor, welcome in.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for having me. It's always a busy week working at the Cowboys, and you alluded to it. The Cowboys are trying to get that 3-1 start, just like they did in 2014. So we'll see.
Absolutely. So before we get to, I guess, the one story that anybody in the NFL, or at least all Cowboys fans, want to know about right now, surrounding this team, and that would be the saga that's gone on with Dez Bryant. Just explain briefly what it is exactly you do with the Dallas Cowboys. What is it that you try to promote as you work with them on social media? What is it that you do on game days, like we'll have this Sunday, where we've seen pictures of you juggling multiple phones at times on sidelines and doing all kinds of things. And what is it exactly that is your main kind of objective for everything that you do with this team, and whether it's times like this or times like training camp or whatever may arise?
Yeah, I am the social media coordinator, so I handle pretty much all of Twitter, Facebook, different things like that. I'm on a podcast, like you said, and I do the pregame show, which we have an hour before every kickoff, which is really neat. Get to talk about inactives, things like that, and then just a multitude of other things, pretty much all digital media.
Awesome. So with that, we'll move into talking about what's happened with Dez Bryant this week. And you put out an interesting tweet that I really thought made a good point on it. And it's, everyone's been going back and forth trying to get the latest information, trying to be the one that has been responsible for tweeting out the latest information, whether it's, 1053 The Fan sources or Mike Fisher, or, even Broadus right there in your building. But everybody wants this updated information. You knew where to look. You're so used to being on Twitter. You said it yourself that Dez Bryant was going to update us with his own Twitter account. Sure enough, he did. And that kind of, at least to his hope, and it seems like it's worked, has slowed down this story a little bit. But just take us through, what this week has been like, specifically concerning Dez Bryant, your interactions with him. I know that he's a player that is not only so important, to this team's X's and O's success on the field, but he's so important to, you being a media coordinator and enhancing the brand of this team. Dez Bryant is someone that really is important to the Cowboys brand. They put him on, the cover of magazines. They put him on the background of the website. Number 88 is so important to this team, and this week it's kind of been, he hasn't been painted in the best light, but yes, he did make some mistakes, and you've kind of had to be in the middle of this story like we all have.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Dez Bryant is a very passionate player. I think everyone knows that. This is his 7th year in the league, and he has shown that every season, whether it be an injury like last season or different, things that he deals with the teammates. But this week was no different. I think that there was a lot of confusion as far as when he got his MRI and what the conclusions were with that, what it meant for his injury. But, like you said, Dez Bryant always keeps you updated. Yes, there's probably some different communication and different types of activity between the coaches and the players, which is up to them and confidential between them. I guess, yeah, you're right. I don't think Dez being out 1 week or playing or not this week ruins that type of stuff, but yeah, it's always important to have your big star player playing, and for people to know that going into the game, it creates a lot of hype, so I'm not too worried with him being out. If he is out this week, he's still probably questionable, but it was just kind of a happenstance. We've seen it before with different players. He apologized for the way he acted, kind of saying probably should have done it on Monday, but that is what it is. He hasn't talked to the media per se, so we haven't got an official word. But, yeah, you can follow his Twitter to kind of see where he's at.
Absolutely. Now, another star in the making, like you mentioned, on the Cowboys offense, one that we expect to see a bigger role as the season goes on, especially now without Dez Bryant, based on how much time he will miss, which we still don't know, of course, a definitive answer to that. But none other than, and I think you know where I'm going with this, Ezekiel Elliott in the backfield, number 21, a player that you've loved ever since, the draft show, and then ever since he's been here, of course, promoting him on Snapchat and all kinds of other places. Just what has your relationship been with Zeke, or been like with Zeke, not only, taking pictures of him and doing interviews and things like that, but just seeing him, in the building, getting to talk to him kind of off the air, if you will, and, what has kind of his thoughts been on understanding that he is this face of a franchise type guy, understanding, we can go back to the setback he had in Seattle where he was in the weed dispensary.
I don't want to go back to that.
Yeah, well, I don't think anybody does, but, he understood what he learned from that just because he is the face of the Cowboys, at least on the offensive side of the ball. So, what has your relationship been with him as far as how he understands, what his role is with this team, how you kind of understand what you need to do to promote him, because people are going to care about Zeke no matter what level of a Cowboys fan you are. He's, one of the most visible players right now, and he's just a rookie.
Yeah, I'm so sorry I have to go soon, but I will tell you about Zeke. I've known Zeke since he was in college. I used to work for the Cotton Bowl, and we hosted the 2015 national championship when Zeke hoisted up that college football playoff national championship. So I've known Zeke for a while. I knew he would be such an impact player for this team, not only because you have an aging quarterback and, so-and-so defense every now and then, keep him off the field with your run game. So, yeah, Zeke is awesome. He's 21 years old. So most people aren't thrusted into the spotlight that young. So, yeah, he's going to have his ups and downs for sure. I think he's going to learn that and mature just like anyone would at 21. But, yeah, it's a different microscope that people are under when they join the Dallas Cowboys. It's a lot different than probably 31 other teams, and I think everyone can probably testify to that in that locker room. So Zeke will have bumps, but I'm not worried about him at all. I think that he knows what type of player he is because he came from Ohio State and was such a big-time star there. So we'll have to see. But, yeah, Zeke's awesome. I love dealing with him. He's very funny. He's very easygoing.
Absolutely. Well, Taylor, we can't thank you enough for giving us a couple minutes here in the craziness that has been this week, especially on a Friday leading up to game day. I know you have to go over to the locker room, go do some interviews, get some great content over there on DallasCowboys.com. So everybody listening, you can go follow Taylor at Tay Stern. Recommend that you do. So he puts out great work. Listen to Cowboys Break, Cover 4, all the work that he has, again, on the official team site, DallasCowboys.com. And we'll enjoy the game together on Sunday. Thanks again for joining us, Taylor.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you so much.
Have a good one. So with that, Taylor Stern once again from DallasCowboys.com.